I just had a very interesting conversation with one of the young ladies up there in pink, and she said that she felt that there had been some voter problems, but, the American people voted for Hillary. And I said, well, how do you feel about, how do you think people feel who live in New York and other places who were scrubbed off the voting list and unable to vote? And she says, literally, well, that didn't happen to me. I was able to vote. I feel like my vote was counted, so I'm not really concerned about that. So I explained to her what happened in Puerto Rico, where, long story short, they in 2012 had 2,200 polling places, and this year they dropped it down to 385, which basically made it almost impossible for people in Puerto Rico to be able to vote. And she said, oh, well, I have to do my own research, which is good on her, because, there's a bunch of conspiracy theorists out there, and for all I know, it's like it didn't really happen. I said, okay. I said, you do your research, because it's right there. Very, very clear. The DNC, this is not like some random place of information. This is literally what the DNC did in Puerto Rico. And she said, yeah, well, I found it very, very interesting that because her vote counted, if another person's vote didn't, that was minimally concerning to her. So here's the point. This is the United States of America. We are the united people of America. And there's this great quote. I'm going to get it wrong, but it says essentially, injustice for some is injustice for all. And that's really true. And that is really the point. And the revolution will happen when the people who have justice, who live in that America, where they have their rights, begins to care about the people who live in the other America, where they really don't have their rights, and they unite together. Because if other people don't have their rights, it's just a matter of time until you fall into that category. And that's what's happening in America. It's the largest growing demographic in the United States of America is the poverty class. So it's really just a matter of time. We are not in a double recession. We are not going to bounce back from the depression that was created by the housing bubble that destroyed economies across the planet. We are in the middle of a significant ongoing slide downward. And we will either do it every society has done before us, every empire has done, and we will simply crash and burn, and that will be the form of revolution, or we will break the mold. We will do something that a human society has never done in the history of humankind. We will stop ourselves, slow it down, turn around, and we will correct soon enough to avoid tragedy and destruction. That is what this is about. Anyone who thinks this is about anything other than that is listening to the wrong people. So it's really sort of a do or die moment. It's do this now peacefully and politically and intelligently based upon knowledge and logic, or we can keep putting it off, and I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. So the superdelegates, as they've reminded us for a year, have the right to vote however they want to. They get to vote in whatever way they believe is best for the party and for America. So right now, I would like to say to all the superdelegates that you have been given a gift by Bernie Sanders. The American people are awake, paying attention, and willing to get involved heavily. We are committed. So you can take this gift and be the party. The Democratic Party can be the party that is remembered in history for having saved us from global warming and societal collapse, or you can miss this chance. It is on you. 715 millionaires are going to decide between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. They have the deciding vote, and they can do whatever they want. You will be remembered by history. I hope you make the right decision.